Welcome to Unsolicited, where I make videos about things that nobody asked me to. From 2009 to 2018, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez had one of the most highly publicized on and off celebrity relationships of this generation. They were a power couple. Justin was a mega pop star on the rise, and Selena was a Disney Channel superstar, and them together sent the world into a frenzy. So much so that to this day, fans cannot seem to let this relationship go, even though the two of them have both moved on, and behind the scenes, this relationship was far from perfect. Let's start from the beginning. Justin and Selena first met in 2009 after Justin's manager, Scooter Braun, connected them. Justin had made it known in interviews that he had a crush on Selena, so Scooter got in contact with Selena's mother, who was also her manager, and expressed how badly Justin would love to meet Selena.
I have a crush on Selena Gomez. No one heard that.
I think Selena Gomez is pretty, but I don't like her. I think she's cute. I think she's a cutie, but...
Their relationship started out platonic. Selena is 2 years older than Justin, so she would always say things like, he's my little brother, it's not like that, blah, blah, blah.
I love Justin. I mean, when he first started to come over from Canada, his manager and contacted me, and, you know, he said that he really would like to meet me, and he's just such a good kid, and, you know, I feel like I'm a big sister now because I want to protect him.
Yeah.
Aww. Yeah, he's like my little brother.
People at my school are saying that you and Justin Bieber are dating.
I love that. I kind of wish we were. No, he's 15, so I'd be a cougar. So that wouldn't be right. But he's brother. He's little. He's like, no, he's like my little brother. That's weird.
You're a cute couple, I'm just saying.
Thanks.
Yeah.
However, he wasn't her little brother for long because dating rumors began in December 2010 when Justin and Selena were spotted on a date at an IHOP. They were also seen kissing on a yacht celebrating New Year's together, and they officially stepped out as a couple at the 2011 Vanity Fair Oscars party.
Don't take me to jail. He's sweet.
He's sweet as can be, but he's not like your little brother, is he?
You know, I just think of it, you know, my life is very good right now. You know, she's just another blessing. So.
Look at him!
Oh my God.
He's blushing.
Okay. This is you and Justin Bieber.
He's been in my life for so long, and it's just nice to have someone that understands what you're going through.
First of all, it must be nice to just finally not have to hide and run away. It must be nice that you can be open about your relationship.
I only live once, and like it sucks to be able to, always have to hide it. So,
right.
I mean, I just kind of do me, I guess.
Yeah. Good.
The honeymoon phase of this relationship was very extravagant. They were going on vacations, having dinner at fancy restaurants, and Justin even rented out the Staples Center for a private dinner. Paparazzi followed them everywhere, and they were always in the press, which puts a lot of pressure on a relationship, especially being so young.
Hi, Justin.
Can you please put that down?
How you doing, Mr. Bieber, Miss Gomez? Did you guys see No Strings Attached?
Justin, can I get a picture with you, please? Take a picture.
Hey, Justin. How was dinner, man?
He's eating fries.
How are you and Selena able to see each other? How do you do that? Do you have to go, do you need police escorts and undercover and decoys and all that?
Sometimes it's, you know, we gotta take the back exits and do different things. But I never make her separate from me because I don't want her to ever feel like I'm ashamed of her. If we get away, we're, getting away together.
Get in there.
By the end of 2012, Justin and Selena had broken up for the first time after being together for over a year and a half because of conflicting schedules and trust issues in the relationship.
I wrote the best music once my heart was broken.
So it was a broken heart. It seemed like I thought you recovered. I was like, man, my dude
I'm
is
good.
cool.
I'm chilling, man.
Yeah, as you should. But that was really love, though.
It was.
You know
Of course. I was definitely in love. She's a great woman. I love her to this day.
Yeah.
Now, I remember last time you were here, you were with Justin Bieber. And
I was with a Justin Bieber?
Well, you were with a Justin Bieber. And is that's not going on now?
No, I'm
You're
single,
fine.
yeah.
You're fine.
I'm
I think
so good.
The last time he was on, he and I got into a conversation, and he said something, and I said something, and then he said something, and I said something, and I made him cry.
Well, then that makes two of us.
There was speculation that cheating was the cause of Justin and Selena's breakup because right before their split was announced, Justin was at the Victoria's Secret fashion show hanging out backstage with Barbara Palvin. And Selena retweeted the picture of Justin with Barbara. And the gag is, just a few months before this, Barbara said on a live stream that she did not like Selena. Barbara was scapegoated as the reason that Justin and Selena broke up, and the fans were not happy about it. They were sending her so much hate, even death threats. But according to Barbara, there was absolutely nothing going on between her and Justin.
Sorry? Did you get a lot of Justin Bieber fans tweeting you afterwards?
Yeah, but not my stuff. It was more like death threats,
Really?
Can you ever find you? I know where you live, so it was scary. I tried to ignore them, but then it was I had to say something because they were pushing it.
Yeah.
And none of Selena or Justin, they didn't say anything, so it's
After the Barbara situation, Selena and Justin broke up and tried to move on with their separate lives. But clearly, there was still residual feelings.
Hey, anything about Selena? Is she still your friend?
She's beautiful.
Cool.
And while Selena and Justin are broken up, Justin became the king of the post and delete. He would post a throwback picture of him and Selena and then immediately delete it, which had everybody confused. At this point in 2013, it's the beginning of Justin's bad boy era where he's getting in trouble left and right and just wilding out.
Guys, can you give us at least
give me some space. We swagger, man. This is just a better spot to pitch. Bro. We the wild kids. That's a cooler spot to pitch. You'll forever remember that.
Hey, what are we though, bro? What are we?
We the
wild kids, yo!
What you say?
You heard what I said, man.
What'd you say?
You heard what I fucking said. Lose your lose your
Guys. Watch it, man. Watch it. Come on, guys. What's up behind you, guys?
Damn way, man. Damn.
Possible felony charges could be filed against Bieber over an egging. That's right, detectives trying to get enough evidence together to determine whether Bieber is responsible for an egg-throwing attack that caused $20,000 in damage to his neighbor's house.
One of Justin Bieber's neighbor claims Justin trespassed onto the property, started chucking a bunch of eggs at the neighbor's home, so much so that the neighbor could hear something hit in the house, went out on the second-story balcony, looked down, claims he saw Bieber throwing the eggs at his front door, and says Bieber actually started to throw the eggs up at him.
I see you. Hey, you asshole! I got another one for you, actually.
Early 2014 rolls around and Justin and Selena are seen together again, riding Segways in LA, which got the media buzzing again, questioning if they were back together. But it doesn't last long because that same month, Justin gets arrested in Miami for drag racing, and guess who's in the passenger seat? Chantel Jeffries. Messy.
Justin Bieber is in lockup in the Miami Beach police station right behind me. Apparently he failed a sobriety test last night after getting busted for drag racing.
He smelled a strong odor of alcoholic beverage. Mr. Bieber at that point was not cooperating with the officer's instructions.
Police say Bieber was racing his friend, singer Khalil Sharif. Law enforcement telling ABC News Bieber's blood alcohol level was 0.04, only half the legal limit for driving, but double the legal limit for someone under the drinking age of 21. Bieber's just 19. Police say he also admitted to smoking pot and taking prescription medication. He was charged with DUI, resisting arrest, and driving with an expired license.
During his deposition, Justin gets a little spicy when asked about Selena.
You got Selena Gomez? Yes. Will you be dating her at some point in time? What's the relevance of that? Why are you asking that question? Because I'm allowed to ask. No, you're not allowed to just make absolutely ask it. Don't ask me about her again. Sir, move on to another. Don't ask me about her again. Don't ask me about her again. Have you ever? Don't ask me about her again.
2014, Justin had no chill. Not only is he getting into legal trouble, but this is the year where we see him with tons of different women, models, actresses, even Kendall and Kylie Jenner, who Selena ends up unfollowing. During this time, Selena checks into a rehab facility and the public wrongfully assumes that this is about Justin, but in actuality, she was getting treatment for her lupus.
Selena, did you go to rehab because of Justin Bieber?
Later that year, it appears that Justin and Selena had gotten back together once again. Justin posted this picture of them on his Instagram and they were being spotted out together. But the Jelena reconciliation did not last long. A fan recorded Selena and Justin arriving at an airport and Selena seemed to be in a bad mood. And once again, Selena and Justin were broken up. After their breakup, Selena releases her song called The Heart Wants What It Wants, which is very clearly about her relationship with Justin. And she does a very emotional performance of the song at the AMAs that year. Selena later told Elle magazine that she was tired of being defined by her relationship and she wanted the performance to be the last time that she would have to acknowledge it.
Selena Gomez is with us. This song is called The Heart Wants What It Wants. What is your relationship like now with Justin?
I support him. I think I always will. I'm upset when he's upset. I'm happy when he's happy.
Do you think you're close?
Mm-hmm. I don't want anything ever to happen to him bad. It hurts me. But that's all.
Late 2014 is when we started to see Justin and Hailey hanging out. They go to church together and they even celebrated New Year's 2015 together. But according to Justin, he and Hailey are just friends, even though we see them on vacation in Turks and Caicos, and the paparazzi are taking pictures of them like this, looking super friendly. Mind you, in April of 2015, while Justin is kicking it with Hailey, he posts this picture of him at Coachella with Kendall Jenner. Very confusing. While Justin is hanging out with Hailey and Kendall all 2015, Selena was dating DJ Zed, but they ended up breaking up in November of 2015, and when they did, Justin was recorded serenading Selena in a bar. Just 1 week before singing My Girl to Selena, Justin released his album Purpose, and he revealed that 3 of the songs on the album were about Selena. And he also told Ellen that he had some hope that one day he and Selena would get back together.
So you said that 3 of the songs on this record are about Selena. What do you mean? Sorry.
Sorry, a little bit.
And then?
Mark my words.
Your first love, you never forget.
Yeah.
So that must be really hard for you.
It is tough. There's a lot of stuff that reminds me of her. You know, in like relationships, like you see something on TV and you're like, oh, I remember when we used to watch this, or I remember this smell. It reminds me of a time.
I mean, do you see yourself, do you think you'll ever get back together? Is that a hope for you? Do you think one day that could happen?
Maybe. I mean, we have a lot of history together, so I'm sure, it possibly could happen, but I think we're both just on our own journeys of just figuring ourselves out. And I think maybe once we figure ourselves out, we can come together and make an awesome duo, or, you know, she'll find someone awesome, I'll find someone awesome, and I just want her to be happy, honestly.
My girl, but Justin, which one is your girl? Because just a month after singing to Selena, Justin takes Hailey on vacation with his family and posts this picture celebrating New Year's with her. In 2016, it's confirmed that Justin and Hailey have a relationship that's not exclusive. And clearly it's not, because one moment, Justin is being spotted out with Hailey, and the next, he's posting throwback pics of him and Selena on IG. But Selena doesn't want to reminisce because she is crumpling up Jelena fan posters at her concert. Moving on, Justin and Hailey have a falling out about what? We don't know. They unfollow each other and Justin starts dating Sophia Richie in August of 2016. So Justin starts posting pictures of him and his new girlfriend, but the fans are not feeling it. They're not here for it, and they're coming at Sophia reckless, trolling her left and right. The hate gets so bad that Justin captions one of his photos, "I'm gonna make my Instagram private. If you guys don't stop this hate, it's getting out of control. If you guys are really fans, you wouldn't be so mean to the people that I like." Then, out of West Bumble, comes Selena, and she's like, "If you can't handle the hate, then stop posting pictures of your girlfriend. LOL. Then Justin responds and goes, "It's funny to see the people that use me for attention and still try to point the finger this way. Sad. All love." And Selena claps back and says, "Funny how the ones that cheated multiple times are the ones pointing the finger at the ones that were forgiving and supportive. No wonder fans are mad. Sad. All love." Then Justin responds and says, "I cheated? Oh, I forgot about you and Zayn."
What? What? Hold up, wait a minute. Wow.
After the whole thing, Selena responds on Snapchat saying what I said was selfish and pointless. And Justin deletes his whole Instagram. Sophia and Justin broke up after a few months, and Selena started dating The Weeknd in January 2017, which Justin was not happy about. He even told the paparazzi that The Weeknd's music was whack.
Hell no, I can't listen to a Weeknd song.
You can't? Why not?
Whack.
But lucky for Justin, Selena and The Weeknd broke up in October of 2017, and Justin and Selena are seen hanging out again not too long after. So at this point, the end of 2017 into 2018, Justin and Selena are officially back together. Selena went to Justin's dad's wedding with him, and she even publicly wished Justin a happy birthday on Instagram. But plot twist, just 3 months later, Justin and Hailey get back together, and this time they are very serious. So serious that in July of 2018, Justin proposes to Hailey in the Bahamas, and they get legally married at a courthouse in New York City 2 months later.
The next morning, after the interview had aired, I got a certain phone call from a certain someone, and it was a little like, hey, how are you? I saw you on Jimmy Fallon last night. You were looking really good. I loved that trick that you did. I had no idea that you can do that. It was so cool. Cut to, I'm now married to that certain someone.
In late 2018, around the time that Justin and Hailey got legally married, Selena was hospitalized due to a mental breakdown. And of course, the media insensitively connected this to Justin and Hailey's wedding.
Selena Gomez hospitalized after an alleged emotional breakdown. Selena wasn't feeling well and went to the hospital as she does whenever she feels off, and added, after further monitoring, it was decided that Selena would seek treatment at a mental health facility. According to multiple reports, Selena has been allegedly hospitalized twice over the last 2 weeks.
Depression was my life for 5 years straight. Depression and anxiety was the forefront of everything that I did in my life. Every single thing. I just wanted to do this to talk to you guys. I just wanted to just be real with you, because I don't feel like being on another magazine cover. I don't feel like being on another one ever again.
Selena has also been facing a lot of negative comments after her ex, Justin Bieber, got engaged and then married to Hailey Baldwin.
The end of 2018 was rough for Selena, and she took a much-needed social media break to help decompress. 1 year after getting legally married, Hailey and Justin had an official wedding in South Carolina in September of 2019. Around the time that Justin and Hailey got married, Selena released her song Lose You to Love Me about finding self-love after a breakup. Selena also admitted that her relationship with Justin was emotionally abusive.
It's dangerous to stay in a victim mentality. And I'm not being disrespectful. I do feel I was a victim to certain abuse. And
you mean emotional abuse?
Yes. And I think that it's something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult.
Selena actually received a lot of backlash for coming out and saying that she was emotionally abused.
That while you are going to share your story, and you have the right to that, people have the right to their opinion on your story, and to judge how long is too long to continue to say this story. I know that there's a lot of people that were saying online, okay, we know you went through some things. He's obviously said that he's so sorry. He was on drugs at the time. I don't know if they used drugs together, and he's now moved on and he's now married. So at what point do you stop telling this story?
That's terrible. Your story. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that because everybody's journey to heal takes a certain amount of time.
In September of 2019, Justin owned up to his past mistakes in this lengthy Instagram post. In it, he says, I started doing pretty heavy drugs at 19 and abused all of my relationships. I became resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry. I became distant to everyone who loved me, and I was hiding behind a shell of a person that I had become. It's taken me years to bounce back from all these terrible decisions, fix broken relationships, and change relationship habits. I am now navigating the best season of my life, marriage. It's 2022 now, and Justin and Hailey have been married for almost 4 years, yet people still can't seem to let Justin and Selena go. Hailey constantly receives hate from Jelena fans both online and in person.
Selena! He won't even hold her hand! Oh, there we go.
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. Enough time has gone by where it's valid to leave me alone. I beg of you, truly. That's my only request. Leave me alone. Be miserable somewhere else, please.
It's crazy to me that after all these years, people are still holding on to a relationship that was clearly so detrimental for the people involved. I think this relationship broke both of them in many ways. From the emotional abuse, to the cheating, to the constantly breaking up and getting back together, this relationship was toxic. Yeah, they were cute together, and I think that's why some people forget and still to this day wish they were together. But it's over, and they both moved on and deserve happiness separately. Anyways, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things that YouTubers be telling people to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.